Why Riker is better known as Star Trek, TNG's commander despite becoming captain. In the sprawling legacy of Star Trek, few characters embody the spirit of leadership, loyalty, and personal growth quite like Commander William T. Riker. Played with charm and gravitas by Jonathan Frakes, Riker served as Captain Jean-Luc Picard's right hand aboard the USS Enterprise D across all 7 seasons of Star Trek, The Next Generation, and 4 feature films. Although Riker eventually rose to the rank of captain, most notably commanding the USS Titan and later appearing in Star Trek, Picard, fans still remember and revere him as the Next Generation stalwart number 1. But why is Riker's identity so indelibly tied to his role as commander? The answer lies in a combination of storytelling, character development, and the unique chemistry between him and Picard. The defining role of second in command, Riker's role as commander was never a stepping stone, it was a position of power, nuance, and tremendous responsibility. On the Enterprise D, he wasn't just executing orders. He was commanding away missions, mentoring junior officers, managing shipboard crises, and serving as the vital bridge between the crew and their captain. His leadership wasn't defined by ambition, but by a deep understanding of service. Riker's loyalty to Picard and his willingness to stay on the Enterprise even when offered his own command spoke volumes about his character. Riker wasn't lacking in opportunity. He was offered multiple starship commands, including the USS Ares in Season 2's The Icarus Factor. Yet he consistently turned them down, something that, within Starfleet's hierarchy, might seem odd. But to Riker, the Enterprise wasn't just another assignment. It was home, and Picard was the ideal captain to learn from. His refusal to jump at promotion wasn't weakness or fear. It was a calculated decision to grow into the best version of himself before stepping into the center seat. Riker and Picard, a legendary duo. The dynamic between Riker and Picard remains one of the most iconic relationships in Star Trek history. Riker balanced Picard's stoicism with humor, instinct, and charm. While Picard was the philosopher captain, Riker was the man of action, the one who wasn't afraid to beam down into the unknown or make split-second decisions under fire. Their professional respect ran deep, but there was also a quiet affection and trust between them that elevated their partnership to something more akin to family. This dynamic defined the tone of The Next Generation. While Picard was the heart of the series, Riker was its pulse. Fans knew that if Picard was unavailable, Riker would take command seamlessly, often delivering decisive orders with confidence. He wasn't just a placeholder commander, he was the commander, and fans embraced that identity. In many ways, he was the perfect number 1, capable, loyal, and ready to rise when needed, but never in a hurry to eclipse the man he respected. The image of a commander, visually and tonally, Riker became synonymous with the role of a Starfleet first officer. Whether it was the iconic Riker lean on chairs or his confident stride onto the bridge, his physical presence left a lasting impression. His signature beard, introduced in Season 2, even became a symbol of the character's growth and maturity. He was not simply the backup to the captain, he was a star in his own right, and his presence brought balance to the ensemble cast. Moreover, many of TNG's most memorable moments center on Riker as commander. Episodes like The Best of Both Worlds saw him take command of the Enterprise under harrowing circumstances, facing off against the Borg and a compromised Picard. In Second Chances, he confronted a literal duplicate of himself and explored the path not taken. These stories didn't just flesh out his character, they cemented his legacy. Captain Riker, a worthy evolution, but not the core identity. When Riker finally took command of the USS Titan after Star Trek, Nemesis, and later reappeared in Star Trek, Picard, fans welcomed the evolution. He had earned it. Captain Riker was the logical next chapter in a long journey, and seeing him in that role, especially during his heroic arrival in Picard Season 1's finale, was deeply satisfying. Still, those captain moments felt like victory laps rather than the core of his story. The image burned into fan memory isn't of Riker sitting in the captain's chair of the Titan. It's of him walking down the... Still, those captain moments felt like victory laps rather than the core of his story. The image burned